Hi everyone. Today we're going to make a bracelet into a beautiful tree of life. To make this project, what you're going to need is 24 gauge wire and a bracelet. In my playlists, I have put a list of products that I use. They're from Amazon, and you will see exactly which ones I use and how to find them in that playlist. So for this particular bracelet, I chose the 24 gauge wire because it's very flexible, and what you're going to need is 12 wires, and I went ahead and I cut these 14 inches long. So what we're going to do is put the wires onto our hoop. The way that I choose to do it is a slip knot. If you don't know how to use a slip knot, I'll show you. And if you prefer to just twist them on, you can do that as well. So first I'd like to see if I can find the seam where the bracelet joins, and that's right here. I like to put my roots just a little bit away from it so that I can slide them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really doesn't stick, but it's just a good habit. So I like to fold my wire in half, insert it through the hoop, bring those two wires up through the hoop, and pull. The difference between the 24 gauge, which is this, and the 22 is the stiffness. 22 gauge wire is a little tricky because it's not as easy to pull through a slip knot. After you put your slip knot on, excuse me, I like to twist to make the roots for my tree. And then I just carry on and do that with all 12 wires. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Fold the wire in half, insert it through your hoop, just like that. Bring these two through your hoop and give it a little pull like that. And now you're just simply going to twist on some more little twists for your roots, and then just push them together like that. So far, it's easy. And we're just going to do that all the way around until we use all 12 of our wires. Give it a nice tug. There we go. Now we've got all 12 wires on our hoop, on our bracelet. Now we're just going to push them down. This is not rounded, it's flat, and that's fine. I use them all the time. Just push them together and just push them down like that. They'll sit nicely right inside of this hoop. After you do that, what you want to do is take 6 and 6. 6 on the left and 6 on the right. Double check just to make sure. Now we're going to make them nice and flat into 2 sections. There's one, I like that. And we'll do the same for the other side. Just flatten them out, untwist them if they're tangled, just to get them to lie the way you like. Now's the time to do that, because once you start twisting, your roots are pretty much where they're going to be. So what I like to do, it takes a minute, I like to just use my thumb to keep them, in my other finger behind it, just to keep them nice and secure while I move them around just a little bit, not too much. I think I like that. Now what I like to do is hold on to that, like this, finger behind and the thumb, same here. And now we twist to make the trunk for our tree. I've not let go of the roots yet. Okay, now we get to see if the trunk is long enough for our tree. Excuse me, I'm going to put the fan on, it's warm. So I do like that, so I think I'll keep it. I mean, I could put one more, not a complete twist, maybe just cross it over one more time. I think I will do that, like that. There. Now the rest is really easy and it goes by fast. What you're going to do is take 4 wires from the left, move those aside, and 4 wires from the right. They look good. Sometimes you get one that doesn't want to be there, switch it out for one that's closer to the group of wires. Now, I like to put my thumb right there and put in, that's just crossing them over, 1 full twist, like that. That helps to separate the wires. We're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to take 4 on the left and 4 on the right, just like that. Now if you look close, this one doesn't want to be there. So I'm going to switch it with one that does, like that. Now, cross it over and then put in the continuation for 1 full twist, just like that. There. I want it to kind of look the same as the other one. Not exact, it doesn't have to be. Separate 4 and 4. 4 on the left, 4 on the right. Same thing. Support your work right there on your trunk where the branch is going to be twisted. Just cross them over like that, and now put in 1 complete twist like that. Now you have the outline, the beginning of your tree shape, which should look something like this. Not so bad. pretty easy. So now what you can do is you can look at your tree and decide if you like the way that they look here and here. I like the way they look. They don't have to be perfect. They look pretty even. So we're going to carry on. With each section of 4, we're going to separate them into 2 and 2. And again, we're going to support our work, cross it over, and add some twists. I like to hold them tight so the twist right here is tight and close together. Again, separate those 4 wires into 2 and 2. Put your finger right there, cross them over, and add some twists. Like that. You may change it as you go and add more twists. This is just to get the basic outline of our tree. And do the same, support your work, separate them into 2 and 2, and put in some twists. Same again, all the way around. The way I like to do it, after I separate them, I like to put my finger behind and my thumb in between. Same over here. Finger behind and thumb on top of it. I use my thumb as tension. I don't want to loosen the twist. I want it to be close so I don't slide back on the wire. Not yet. Cross it over, come back into the same position, and twist. I slide my thumb up so that they all are nice and tight and pretty even. They don't have to be perfect. It's a tree, but you want it to look pretty. Separate 2 and 2. Hold on to your work. Put your thumb in there if you choose. Helps you to keep an even twist. Cross the wires over and twist. And do it one more time. Support your work. Cross them over. Just like that. And now this is what we have so far. Look how fast that came together. I think that's pretty easy. Didn't take long. It took us 16 minutes to put the wires on and shape our tree. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the same thing we've done all along. We're going to start over again. In these 2 wires, we're going to split them in half and twist. Cross it over. And twist. All the way around. Cross it over. And twist. I like to separate the wires and just smooth them out. Separate your wires. Like that. Keep your finger right down there, support it, cross it over, and twist. Like that. This is the last of this first section of 4 branches. Support your work, cross it over, and twist. Just like that. Now we're going to do the top 4 branches of our tree. Separate your wires, support your work, cross it over, and twist. Separate your wire, support your work, cross it over, and twist. Like that. How pretty. Separate them, support your work, cross it over, and twist. Separate your wire, cross it over, and twist. Separate. And again. Cross it over. Last one. Cross it over and twist. And there we have it. Now we're ready to bead. So for this part of our tree, we put the wires on. We used 24 gauge wire. We cut 12 pieces of wire, 14 inches long, and we attached them to the bracelet just as I've shown. And that's part one of how to make a simple, beautiful tree of life in a bracelet. Stay tuned for part two.